To Mike Brown, I've been struggling to find the words to say that. No. I've been meaning to write you, but I never met you, but I understand your. Listen, I heard what happened to you and wanted to tell you. Do you know me? I mean, do I look familiar to you? Not the after picture, the before picture. You know, the one where I'm smiling and I got the cap on? I see you like hats too. You know, I'm from Chicago. Listen, there isn't much time, so listen. Listen. Listen to me. They will say this and that about you like they did me. And put holes in you like they did me. Listen, if you open up them papers from back in the day, you'll see me. You'll see a picture of me. Not the one with the hat, though. Mama said leave it open. Now look, for the whole world to see. My face swollen. Can't see really right out my eye, or you can't really see my right eye. You see me, look at me. Look. 3 days they left me hanging in water, with my neck wrapped around with barbed wire, weighed down by a cotton gin fan. In the Tallahatchie River, does that remind you of anything, man? Look at me. Look, Mike. I see you got holes too, Mike. In your hand, in your face, and look at me, man, just look at me. It's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again. Watch, wait, see, look. Love eternally yours, Bobo, AKA Emmett Till. It was through a conversation I had with my friend. We're staying late night in the office, just talking about stuff. So I'm an educator. I feel uncomfortable even calling myself like a teacher. Just an educator. I mean, what am I going to teach? I'm still living life. I'm still walking. You know, my journey. You know, I can feel uncomfortable being like, hey, I got a bachelor's and I got a master's, because that really doesn't mean shit at the end of the day. It really doesn't. You know, it's just a nice little, letter that goes with my name. But I feel very blessed to listen to your story and to everybody's story. From Providence, South Side and the West Side respectively. I mean, I can go on and on about things, you know what I'm saying? Watching, my father do deals, do his business in the house, and he was successful with it too. I can't really say the man did bad business, because he actually did very well for himself. I mean, able to buy a 4-unit house, have a boat, and a bodega. Not bad for a guy that had limited English, and no high school education. But he definitely provided for his family and his children, and his other children. We're all brothers and sisters, but my father was very popular, let me just put it like that. But he brought a lot of attention to himself, because I don't know how many people with a multi-unit house, a bodega, a nice car, a boat, living off Manton Avenue. I mean, you're just screaming for attention. You know what I'm saying? You want them to look at you, But growing up in a house that frequently got raided by the police, growing up in a house, for 13 years, I remember those years, 13 years straight, we grew up with a bullet hole in the kitchen floor. From what they tell me, my father was killed in a car accident. That's what they tell me, and I buy it, so I believe it for what it is. But going throughout the school in Providence, just being different, just being very, very different, and really knowing that, going to school and being like 8 years old, 9 years old, and teachers would talk, but I had no idea what they were saying, in all honesty. I was a troubled youth, anger management problems, They referred me to a school called UCAP, the Urban Collaborative Accelerated Program. They came to recruit me, I guess, when I was at Perry Middle School. And UCAP is a school for troubled kids. That's what they say. Kids who stayed back, had to be at a certain economic class, a history of disciplinary issues. But they didn't want these kids to drop out. They didn't want them to go to the training school. For lack of a better word, it was that school that you went to before you went to the training school. But even then, it was just noise. I just felt like it was static. If I look back at it, it was just high school, middle school, everything in school was just static. Whatever teachers would tell me, whatever. Like, you have no idea the shit that I'm going through, the things that are going through my head. But I think the love part of it, although it wasn't all over the place, there were like little slivers of it, linings in the sky or what have you. And I'll just use this example of a guy, Rob Du Bois. He's the executive director, principal at the Urban Collaborative, UCAP. Now, if you don't know Rob, Rob is an awesome individual with a tremendous heart. Rob also is a quadriplegic. So, man, I wish Rob was here because then he'd really like this. I went to UCAP. So I'm on the wrestling team at UCAP because I got, I gotta do something, So Rob is, I'm hanging out with my friends after wrestling practice, and so wrestling practice is over, and walking by, and we see this vending machine, and the door's open. So we walk by, and I'm like, oh, shit. I said, yo, this shit's open. Just ransack it. Hey, it's me, Courtney, Ramel, and Lewis, and we just like, damn, did I just snitch on them? I guess I did. I was like, it's everybody. So we just go through it. I'm talking about like chips and Snicker bars and all that, and it's going. We're putting the rest in my bag, and I'm out. And so Rob, the next day, pulls me into his office, and Rob is like, so Abraham, I have reason to believe that you some of the guys on the basketball team, the wrestling team, ransacked the vending machine. Is that true, Abraham? Yeah. No, man, it wasn't me. Abraham, we recruited you. We specifically you, Abraham. We really wanted you. So just one more time. Just Abraham. Was it you? No, man. It wasn't me. Yeah. What the fuck, Abraham? What the fuck? You come here, we give you a chance, and this is what you do. This is what you do. You rob, you steal. Abraham, I know it's you. Abraham, what the fuck? Get out of my face. Rob cussed me out. Now, I'm 14, 15 years old. I'm already close to 6 feet. Very athletic. And here's this white guy who's a quadriplegic in a wheelchair who is cussing me out. So I'm like, who the fuck is this guy, But the conversation that we had after that, now, I didn't get suspended because he never caught me. I never fessed up to it. But I gave him a lot of respect for it. I genuinely gave him a lot of respect for it because I was like, here's this dude who doesn't care, right, about his physical situation, or he didn't care about my situation. I could have told him a lot of sad stories. Rob, man, my father this and my mom that, and this is what I seen, and it's just been. Rob just cared that I wasn't going to be a thief, and he made a point to look for me. So I was like, wow, all right, cool. Here's this white dude in a wheelchair who's got his own story, but he didn't let that be an excuse or a hindrance to himself, and he didn't let anybody else give him that treatment either. And I gave him a lot of respect for it. And Al and Chris, and those teachers are still there to this day. I went to go visit them a couple weeks ago. And sprinkles here and there, and Sam Sneed was tremendous. Sam Sneed, rest in peace, he was my wrestling coach. Tremendous heart. And so as the years progressed, no matter where I went, there was always like a teacher here and there, somebody who really didn't care about my situation, just wanted me to be a good person. That faith, you know, you just need that one person, man. You just need that one person. You're like, you just need that one, man. Everybody else says I'm this, says I'm that. I just need one person, man. I'm gonna be all right. And skip, jump. I'm a dean of students at the Paul Cuffey School. And I go back to visit Ralph, and I bring back a bag of potato chips and candy and all that stuff, you know. And I'm like, all right, you know. And Rob still, hey, Abraham, how you doing, you know? And I was like, Rob, man, I got you this, man. You know, there's a bag of chips and everything and all this and that. And I thanked him because I was over 15 years ago, and I'm like, there were a lot of bumps in the road, but I think about Rob, you know what I'm saying, and Al and Chris and Sam. I just feel thankful. I feel blessed, you know, because regardless, and I'm skipping a lot of things because, you know, life ain't easy, you know, but I just needed somebody to be like, you're better than that. And you ain't that. Because everybody that said, you know, Abraham, I remember being like, I want to go to URI. And the guidance counselor told me, oh, you mean the ACI? And she thought that shit was fun. But the way I was acting, I was like, yo, straight up. Yeah, I'm straight up like the highway to the ACI. But just to have a person, 2 or 3, the more the better. The better you'll be. And I think with thinking about the letter to Mike Brown from Emmett Till, at being an educator is to prevent things from happening again. Whether it's recidivism, generational recidivism, into prison, just violence, miseducation. It's just how can we use art, how can we use education just for us, for our people, to have a better quality life. And maybe we'll get more into it later during the open discussion. Thank you.